Hello everyone, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I was reasoning about a few things, including the city of the dwarfs, right? One day we want to build anyway, it's a complex discussion on the potential new city. But what I would like to do today is to continue on the Dryken plain, mainly the second island, which is the one that we are building, and yeah. Did anything special happen today? Let me just check 1 second the news because I'm a bit behind. I think I checked until midday. These I've seen. These I've seen. Yeah, so it looks like Russia says that they have offered a partial ceasefire, but it's not really clear. Is there a document or something that we can see or not? No change in the request. Sorry, 1 second. I'm just reading a few news because today Russia and Ukraine were meeting again, right? But I'm not expecting pretty much anything out of that meeting. But I'm just reading if there is something, maybe, right? But probably not. Pretty much not changed today, so nothing useful happened. Okay, I think we can start. Hello everyone. I stream pretty much every evening. There's a guy asking me if I stream. Yeah, I stream every evening, pretty much. Do you want the link? I'll send him the link. Can send him the link. Pam 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 pararam. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to continue on this freaking island thingy. Where is it? Okay, this one we can unload. You are about to unload the utility. Yeah. Okay. So. Here. Island 1, Island 2. Okay, so. We have a bit of a problem on the lights, I guess, but so this will be by the way, I added this thing where basically the let me just switch my face to the other scene. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. So the idea of this bridge is that this bridge is not fully built, right? And let me just see if I saved everything the last time. Yes, I did. Let me just launch the game and see if we can go in. But this bridge is not fully built, and there is this weird, you know, purple energy that is saying that it will be built. And I would like to place on the other side, right? On the other side, something similar to what we have in the first island, right? First of all, I have to duplicate this now that I think about it, because we need a 2-shard actor also for the second island. So I will just copy it and I will put it. Do you think that the shard should be? I think that the shard should be here actually. Should be really in the middle of this one, because yeah, I think it should be like in the middle here. I think. I don't know exactly where, but somewhere around here. The only thing I have to do, I have to name it, because this needs to be tagged in Unreal with the with an island 2, right? So that will work. Huh? Hello, Hula. Okay, so here we are, right? So I added a few, now we can make this area a bit better, right? Like adding a few more things, but I added the first trigger, which is that, which is basically making this bed appear. And then I made another trigger here. It is making this guy appear. I don't know why this guy is always looking at that side, even if I rotated him. He's looking in the wrong direction. He's looking in the wrong direction. I think the reason is this, because we didn't connect the rotation to the mesh rotation, so we have to okay, so I think just connecting this probably will work. we have to recheck the others, but yeah, that they may actually have the. This may actually have the character rotated in the proper way, right? So facing me instead of, facing this way. But basically, yeah, we will have this guy here, which by the way is a great axe of some kind. And then we will have... I'm thinking if I want to have something also in this house. At the moment there is nothing, but potentially we can. And then if you walk here, or not, didn't save the... It looks like he didn't save... Why? Ah, we didn't save it. Okay. So we still have the old... I have to reload because we still have the old stuff. But here, basically... Yeah, this guy will appear, right? This guy will appear, and a workbench will appear, and this guy will say something. I don't know yet what, but he will say something. And then I'm thinking that you will be able to go through the bridge. Now here is in theory you're standing on nothingness, but is because this thing is not complete, right? So in the story, the bridge is getting built. Then you go on this side. And here the texture of this is really bad. I will see if I can improve it a bit. Okay, I have to check if we can upscale that. But then here there will be other people. Okay, and there it will be closed. So you will not be able to go there unless. So basically, there we need to. Hello everyone. Hello everyone watching. Okay, so and there is the building that I shown you, by the way, if you are watching the stream. There is the building that I shown you in the screenshot. So I think we need to close this, or anyway make it way smaller so that you can only go through in the middle. Or we can place a blocker like we do for this island. But then we need, I think that here we need the same thing, right? So we need a new trigger. We need a new trigger, which is checking if this island is completed and allows you to go through only if the island is completed, right? That is basically what we will do, right? So I need to take this blocker door bump and basically duplicate it to the other island, right? And basically duplicate it to the other island. Let me move it to the other island. And yeah. I try to comment the live chat and say subscriber only. You can just click on subscribe. It's free. Click on subscribe and it's free. I mean, it's not a paid subscription. It's just that you have to click on the subscribe button. Just that. So easy. I'm building. So this part of the game is the initial part of the game. So is where you start from, right? And these are basically visions that you have of pieces of history of the past, of past events, right? And now the problem I have here is that this thing is really too big. I like it to stay big, but at the same time I think we have to change it. So I think we will change it. Oh, by the way, do you want to see a cute animation of a monster? Do you want to see a cute animation of a monster. You see, it's walking. Hello, woodland. Hi. It is walking. And we'll do more in the future. I don't think there is a texture associated. No, there's no texture associated. Okay, so what we have to do... What I have to do, I have to... Dryken Island 2. Yes. I have to... Basically what we want to close this to a point where it's like reasonably small. Right. Now... I mean, I can do it very brutally. I can do it very brutally like this. But this will not be very, very nice. I can do it a bit less brutally like this. Which maybe is better actually. But I need this thing to become smaller, right? To become significantly smaller. Otherwise... The actual position doesn't really matter. I think it doesn't matter at all. I think it's perfectly fine the way it is. But we need, you know, maybe what I can do. I can really, because I don't even need this, right? I don't need that much space. Well, I don't know. I think this will be small enough. The only important point is that this is reasonable in terms of height, so that it's still like 2 meters and something, right? So it is 2.3 meters, so it's okay. I mean, it's okay. And yeah, the sides on the width is a bit of a problem because it is 4 meters and 6 now, which is still a bit too much. So the pink lizard, yeah, exactly, the pink lizard is the pink lizard, Udla. I mean, it's not pink. I mean, it's pink here because there is no material associated, but in reality, it's not pink. Is we have the texture for this guy, and now we are starting to have the different animations. I think that probably the guy added a bit too many bones. I think I will remove some of the bones, like these bones. I don't think I really need, right? These bones at the top, but it's fine. He has a bone. Wait. I'm moving too fast. He has a bone on the tongue. He has a bone. So the structure, I think the bone structure is pretty good. I think it's just a bit too much. I mean, it's a bit overdone, right? Like do you really need, you know, 4 or 5, you know, of these things at the top? I don't know. It seems to be a bit too much. Or do you really need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces for the tail? I don't know. But fine, I think it did it, you know, with very good quality. But it's like 100 bones, and I mean 100 bones I think is a bit overdone, right? But fine. I don't think I'm gonna change it. I think we're just gonna use it as it is. But yes. So if I want to reduce this a bit, oh fuck, this is not. Anyway, we can do view. If we're gonna reduce this a bit, right, so that it's more in this range, I think like this it will be more reasonable, right? So it looks more like a cave, you know. Okay, let's try to export it this way. One problem we have, I think, is the quality of the texture. The quality of the texture here is super bad. I don't know, because it's too scaled. We can try to scale it and see what happens, right? Because I don't remember the resolution of this texture actually, but as I see it, it looks very bad. What is this cliff material actually? This cliff material is not even used, so we can actually delete it. Let me see if we can do something a bit brutal but probably working. How big is the texture at the moment? Is that big? I will just scale this 4 times and see what happens, and we can redo it in case. But I just want to have it at a slightly higher resolution. Okay, now let me export this again. And this one we will export it as Dryken Island to Dryken Island to platform, I think is the name. Dryken Island to platform. No, I'm not for you. I'm not from Ukraine, but I support Ukraine in this crazy war, and so that's why I have the flag. Have a good night. Bye. Okay, so no, sorry, there was someone else speaking with me in another channel, so you didn't see it, but you didn't see it, but it was there. So what is the name of this thing? It's Dryken Island 2. Okay, Dryken Island 2. Dryken Island 2 is this thing. So we said we export only the selected object, only edge, and we export. Right? And then we re-import it this side. We re-import it this side, and hopefully, boom, it will be like that. Nice. Nice. I think I like it because it looks like you are going away, right? So it's okay. I increased a bit the resolution of this. I think it's slightly better now. You can really see the repetition though, but considering the light and everything, I think would be a bit more reasonable. Yeah, you can see the repetition a lot. I don't know, this texture is probably not the greatest. Yeah, it's still a 512 texture, so it's a very old texture. I think this one will really require a 2K, but fine, we cannot do that as well now. So one piece at a time. We can improve these textures anytime, right? Yeah, you see that now the sides is more reasonable compared to the sides is now more reasonable. Now it may not be flat, but it's okay if it's not fully flat. The important point is that that door is blocking your movement, right? Important point is that this door is blocking the movement. So that basically you cannot go through it, right? You cannot go through it, so like this. Exactly. Hello, Manadono. Hey, thank you for the raid. Hello. Hello, raiders. Hey, thank you for the raid. Wow, that's a lot of bombs. Everyone just jumping to the sky. Hi. So how do I say to this island 2? Okay, that's easy. So this one will block the passage until the island 2 is done. And by the way, if you really want, right, we could invisible cube. We could rotate this cube, right? We could make it horizontal so that oh, what happened? Are we rotating global? It looks like we are. Wanted to rotate local. Okay. So now it's covering everything, right? So now this will block, right? Will really block. Okay. So yeah, the repetitions now are super visible, which is super annoying. I think we have to change this material, by the way. We have to change this material. Yeah, I think I exaggerated a bit with the... tiling. The problem is that the texture is bad. The texture is 512, so... Or we use another texture, but then I will have to readapt it, blah blah blah. So it's gonna take a bit of time, so I'm not gonna do it now, but... Potentially all these areas we can improve them later on, right? So we can just lay the foundation and then somehow improve them if we want in a future. Yeah, like this is a bit better if you see it from distance. There's less repetition, definitely. Okay. So we do that. Now so I think we want people on this side, right? And I think these people should be kind of explorers as well. I don't know if we want to have... We want to have maybe some horses or some creatures. I mean, like they came with horses, or no, horses will die in the caves. Probably horses will die in the caves. But we can have... So I'm thinking if we should have a building as well, or if we should have just people exploring, right? If we should have just people exploring. Good question. But the first thing we need to do, we need to create the people, right? Because if you want people, we need to create... And here in the Dryken plane folder, I have some guys. So if I remember right, these guys will be this race, right? So let me copy a man and a female, and we put them here, and we will rename them to Dryken Lemuref 1. And Dryken Lemuref. Unfortunately, Lemurem 1. Unfortunately, I cannot put like 100 people, right? So I will just put 1 or 2, and they are representative, you know, of the fact that there are people there, right? So, I mean, I can also add 2 or 3 people, but I don't know. We can have maybe 2 supported by the trigger island thingy. Yeah, maybe. Let's support 2. I think it's a good idea. Let's support 2. So if you want to support 2, I have to duplicate skeletal mesh to spawn. Static mesh to spawn is valid. it's not valid, I do this. Okay. I see. Okay, I think it's good. Yeah, I can do the same. I can do the same. We don't need this set arco anymore. We tested it plenty of times, so yeah, let's support 2 characters with 1 trigger, okay? Which I think is a good idea. Like we support 2 meshes, we will support 2 characters. Why I cannot duplicate it? What? I cannot duplicate this? Okay, I add a new one with the same. That's a bit weird. Okay. So we expose this, and here we pretty much do exactly the same thing, right? So if it's not valid, we go here, right? And as simple as that. Yeah, as simple as that, I guess, because the rest. No, wait, I need to get the word transform from my spawn static mesh too. Yeah, exactly. The scale, I don't think we should use the scale. I mean, in theory we can also connect the scale, but I don't think that we will use it. But we can connect the scale, yeah. So now so basically with this, we support 2 characters with 1 trigger. Which is actually pretty good. Okay, so now we take this character, we customize it a bit. Now consider that we don't want it to look exactly like the player, right? So we should not use it as in its base form, right? We should add something. For example, we can add the torso plate, right? So it's slightly different. We can maybe add, I don't know, the leather armor, the leather there. I would like to keep the hands like this because I think they look weird, and I think it's interesting to see. Yeah, so we can have him like that. And then we need to change his hair color, right? I think we need to change his hair color, and we need to change his beard color. Is the beard color separate in this guy? Yes, it is. Do we have multiple beards or not? No, we only have 1 beard type. Do we have multiple hairs or not in this guy? Oh fuck, we don't have multiple hair, really? So the lemur cannot have multiple hair style and multiple beard style? Okay. Well, then they will look exactly like you. We can customize the color of the... to customize the color, we can do the same thing that we did here. Well, I can take it from the stone hammer because this guy has beard and hair. So unfortunately, it's this mess. There's not a simpler way. I know it looks a bit complex, but it's what it is. Because we basically have to change the material, dynamic material, right? So if we do this and we change the color to, for example, to the dark green, right? They use dark green as a color. As a color for the hair. You may think it's weird, but yeah, it is. It is just weird, I know. it's weird because they are a bit weird. Yeah, you see that now he has a green. Wow, that's shining a lot. I think it's shining too much though. But anyway, he's shining a lot. Okay, now he has green hair and green beard. So this guy will be one guy that will be there. So what do we want to have as a weapon? Actually, we have a lemur weapon, right? So maybe we can give him a lemur weapon. So lemur weapon. We have this lemur sword. Exactly. How was the thing? I think I was attaching it somehow, right? Yeah, I was attaching it like this to the hands. So in addition to the air and bear card, this guy will also have the attached weapon. Yep, it's getting attached to the right hand. Now, I don't think we can we move it? No, we cannot move it because it's attached, right? So now it's not exactly in the hand, but it's fine. We will ignore that. Do we also have a shield? No, no, we don't. We have the shield only for the Enki. Do we? No, we have for the Klyros and we have for the Stonehammer. We don't have a racial specific shield for this race. I mean, we could give him a shield if we want. We can give him a shield. Do we want to give him a shield? Nah, maybe not. Oh, he's moving. He's moving, he's alive! Okay. I think one day I would like to have our character have a backpack. Because I think it looks weird in a medieval world, you know, you don't have a backpack, you know. I mean, how are these people traveling? Or they have a cart, right, with stuff on it. Maybe we can have a cart with stuff. Yeah. Even if this looks more like a scout, so maybe it doesn't travel, you know, with a lot of stuff. And then we have the lady. So it will be a couple. Well, not a couple, meaning that they are together, but where is Dryken playing here? So the lady, we have to do the same thing. So we have to customize it a bit so that it looks different, right? And maybe she will have a staff, magical staff. We have to do the same thing with the hair, I guess. I think we need to create new hairstyles though for these guys. And she can be pink and not green. Hello, Fanner. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are customizing some characters to put them into these visionary things that we have in the Dryken plane. And yeah. So maybe she can have... can have a staff of some kind. Right. The color of the air, I think we can go for the pinky one. They are using pink. I mean, it's not that they are using, they have pink hair. They may have pink hair for real. I mean, natural. This is a bit weird, huh? I know. I mean, it's kind of a pink purple actually. So I think I should probably go more in this direction than that direction. It's more of a pink purple. I mean, it's more of a purple. Uh-oh, we broke it. Why we broke it? Because weapon hand, because weapon is not there. So we need to add static mesh weapon. Okay, in weapon we will have yeah, exactly like that. That purple. In weapon maybe we can have a staff, right? I don't know which staff, but there is one which is pretty cool. That is new, and I think we didn't use it much. Now the problem is finding it, but staff. I don't know if it's a staff or is a wand. This one, Brown 03. I think this is pretty cool actually. So she will have this. So it's staff Brown 03. Okay. Staff Brown 03A, I assume. Boom. Wow, that's a big one. But fine. In theory, we can also play some animations, right? But it starts to become a bit too complex, right? But we could play animations. At the moment, they're just idle, but we could trigger some specific animation, like an attack or something. Okay. Anyway, these two guys will appear. When you come here and you discover this area. I think we can make the trigger in this case fairly large so you cannot miss it, right? I don't want you to spend hours in searching that, right? So I will just copy this trigger and I think this trigger will go here, and it will go here, and then the trigger box, which is basically what is triggering the thing, will be probably well, I want it this way. Yeah, exactly, I want it this way. So I think like this is, I mean, I think like this you will not miss it, right? I think it's unlikely that you are gonna miss it, right? I mean, you can if you really walk on the side, but at that point it's your fault. So we will have this trigger box, we will have the reveal particle. I think it will be close to where the guys are, so the two guys will be there at the beginning of this path, right? So we can probably put it, well, then probably I can have the trigger a bit closer. Like that. And yeah, the particle will be here. And the two guys will be here. One here and one Now the orientation, I think we will have to see. The only thing we want to be sure is that they are not getting stuck into the ground, right? So that, but yeah, are they too far from each other? Okay, I think like this is okay. And so here we say to the trigger that we want those two people, right? So we will put Dryken plane, Lemur F, and Dryken plane, Lemur. Now this is island number 2, is discovery number 6, and he has no prerequisites. I think we have at the moment, just check we have 1, 2, we have 2 and 3, this is 4, this is 5, yeah, and that would be 6. I think it's probably enough, right, in terms of yeah, I think it's probably enough. Now here it looks a bit empty, I know. Maybe it's too big, right? I should have made it. I could have made it smaller. Should I make it smaller? I mean, I can still change it. I can still cut off here, move this building more to the right, and cut off here, but I think it's okay. We'll leave it as it is. It is a bit bigger. So basically, when we discover all the pieces that can be discovered, the island goes into complete state, and the shard trigger, which is the one here at the middle, becomes available, right? With the 2 shard, and the 2 shard appears, right? And after that, I just need to understand what I want, because I think at the moment show choices, island ID, setup shard text. Yeah, the only thing I don't understand is, are we setting up the camera here as well or not? No, just the text. Huh? Where do we set up the camera then? I think it should be. No, wait. It's not the right place. Where the hell do we change the camera? Show choices. I think it's inside of this. It's inside of this. Camera island. Ah, it's already done the proper way. Fantastic. So if I create a new camera and I call it camera island, right? That will already work. Fantastic. So if I go under island number 1 and I take my camera island 1, yes, and I copy this camera and I move it here to camera. What happened? No, it's okay, because it was already like this. It was already a bit funky like that. So if I move it here, now we have to decide the angle, right? We have to decide the angle of how the scene will be represented, right? But yeah, something like that I think is fine. I think seeing a bit of this building is not a bad idea. But mostly what we want to see the ground there. I think I'm probably even be closer than this. No? I mean, I could go all the way up to here if we want. Okay. So the only thing we have to do, we have to tag this camera with camera island 2, so that this camera now knows that it's part of the second island, right? Yep. Okay, so if I save it again, let me save everything again. Okay. How is it going, guys? Today I've learned why you have a day free holiday in Italy. Today is actually Republic Day, so is when Italy voted on the Republic versus the monarchy. Yeah, they are rotated exactly the same way, which is a bit annoying, and also they are generated exactly at the same time, so their animations are synced, which is kind of annoying. But we can rotate them, right? We can rotate them, and we can so the rotation of the two is basically following this rotation, right? So if I move it this way, I don't know why it's not showing, right? Whatever I do is never showing. But anyway. We have to go a bit in trial and error here, but it's fine. Maybe, you know, we can introduce a small delay in the generation so that their animation is not exactly the same. So in case there are two people, we may introduce a short delay. The delay can be also just like 0.1 seconds, right? Can be 0.1 second. I think is enough to have them look not identical. So I think if they look identical is a bit annoying. Maybe 0.2. Okay. Okay, so this trigger kind of work. Then if they I think they look nice anyway. You can go through them because this guy is similar to me, but you see that he's not identical, right? So he has a different armor, has different pants, and So he's slightly different than me, and obviously she's very different with the staff. Okay, so if we go now, if we try to jump down, there is a invisible wall, right? So you should not be able to die. Hopefully. I mean, I put the invisible wall everywhere, right? So that you... If there is another, right? If there is another guy, this guy will speak and maybe will work at the table. I don't know. It would be nice if he's working at the table. And here we have our... our other guy. It is rotated slightly better, but I don't know, I would probably rotate him a bit more, no? Another 20 degrees or so? Okay, and now unfortunately I didn't set the, so this will probably not trigger. Yeah, this will not trigger. 0 out of 1? No, there is something not working then. What do you mean 0 out of 1 is impossible? 0 out of 1. Well, I didn't define how many trigger point this thing has. That is defined. That is defined inside what? Inside the UI? Yeah, inside the UI, I think. So there is total discoveries, right? This total discoveries is saying how many. This is a 0. So let's try to say 3, right? And see what happens with 3. But I'm a bit surprised that he said 0. It's like if the island, there is some connection missing, I think. It's like if it's not recognizing the island. Even if all of those are... let me try again. But yeah, today was Republic Day, so it was holiday. Unfortunately, I had to work because I had a lot of stuff to do today. Island not discovered yet. Okay. Island discovery checks 0 out of 3. Why is it always saying 0? I don't understand. 0 out of 3? Why? Is there something disconnected here? Island 1, Island 2, Island 3, Island 4, Island 5. There is Island 2 discovery. It is connected to the number 2, yes. Island ID, yes. Is island discovered? Island ID. Ah! Shit. Yeah, that is obviously wrong. Right. We need a temp length or something. Temp island discovery number, and it is an integer, and we have to set this to, we have to do the same thing that we do for all the other we need this witch, and we need well, maybe it's doing that the other way. So we need this. So this becomes way more complex. So this is island 1 length that goes into our temp island discovery. And no, wait. What I'm doing? This goes into this, yes. And so we need the length of all these guys, because we are trying to compare how many discoveries you did compared with how many are needed, right? So that is the check. Okay. This music sounds like Diablo music. La, 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 la. Hello, two cats yelling. Are cats really yelling at the end? Oh. Okay. So, and now here obviously we have to compare what? Yeah, so this becomes our temp discovery thingy. So basically this. This and that, what is that? I don't know, that's a bit weird. Okay, just to print down this. It is just like a debug a debug printout, it's okay. Pam 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 pam. Okay, now in theory it should work. We're improving the system. Uh-oh. What it doesn't like? You stupid or what? Yeah, you're stupid. You gave a compilation error of something that was not a compilation error, but fine. Para para pam. Para pam. Pam 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 param pam 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 pam. Anyway, many of you should have a sub on Twitch, because there was a crazy anonymous that 2 days ago decided to gift 40 subs. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 5, not 10, 40. 40 subs, can you believe it? That's insane, huh? Uh-oh, the shadow. The shadow of that texture. We should set it as cast no shadow, because it's a bit weird that that is casting shadows, right? I think so. Okay, we remove the cast shadow. In theory, all of them should not cast shadow, because it's a weird material. Okay, removed it from everywhere. Nice. Okay, let me see if now if I discover stuff. This one is tricky. This one you cannot discover if you didn't discover this first. This is the proof. No, it's not here. Is it? You said this one is spawning two things. Oh, this one doesn't have the collision on. I know it does, but that is preventing me to go through. Yeah. If you want to see this thing is it's kind of a winch. Well, it's an elevator, like an elevator. So when you compose all the scene, right? You have this thing, those barrels, the workshop, the guy. Guy's rotated weird. The guy, and then inside a building. Inside a building, you have these 2 barrels, these two vents. Now, I think the check should be equal or greater, because at the moment is fail. I mean, the activation of these 2 things is failing because he's saying that I have 4 out of 3, right? So I have 1 more than expected, which is a bit weird. Do we want to play some giant mushrooms here? Probably yes. There they are. They are still a bit in sync, but this time is slightly better. Do you want to add some giant mushroom to this area? Probably yes. I still don't understand why we are getting this 0 out of 3, right? That's a bit strange. Let me see. 0 out of 3. 5 out of 3. Okay, now it's 5 out of 3. Okay, let me change a few things. So first of all, we make this trigger work even if the number is greater than the actual number, right? Because otherwise, at the moment he's saying, I think he's saying that the number should be identical. Yeah, exactly. It should be equal, right? I think this should be equal or greater. Greater or equal. Yeah, this will simplify a few things in my testing. Because in my testing we don't really test them all, we just test a few. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. I think we can make this area a bit more interesting with some giant mushrooms. Mainly this area, right? We have it because these mushrooms we used in a similar area. So those can be there by default, like these guys. I can put a few here. Maybe the player will try to go there and click them or something, but they will do nothing. They will do absolutely nothing. But at least, you know, they make the scenery a bit less barren, right? Three is always the perfect number. You want to put them there, or do you want to put them on this side? Maybe on this side. So we have those mushrooms, we have these mushrooms, we have these mushrooms. That can be on the side, they can also be bigger than that. Yeah, it can be attached, you know, to the wall. We can have a number of them, different sides maybe. Yeah, they are all the same, but you can slightly vary the sides and the position, and hopefully it will look a bit different. So we have those, we have that, we have these. This area is very empty, right? Unfortunately. Or I move these houses closer. This area here in the middle is super empty. And it is a bit annoying. It is. I mean, we can also play some rocks, but I think it would be a bit weird to have rocks, like, but we can. We have plenty of rocks. I mean, if we, yeah, rocks, we're not, oh my god. This rock is kind of giant. No, I was thinking to smaller rocks, please. Oh, we have these minerals which are insane, but I don't want to use them here. I mean, do you think they will have rocks like in the middle of their thingy? Probably not. I mean, there can be a rock like there, just because. But there can be a rock, I don't know, here, just because, but I think there should be nothing here. I don't know, in theory, there should be like a road or something, right? I don't know what to put here. If I put some dying tree or something. We have some dying tree. We have some roots actually. But I don't think a tree inside a cave is really makes any sense, right? So probably not. I was thinking we could put some kiosk or stall, or how they were called, these things. Yeah, like these things, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Huh? Ah, because they are positioned stupidly. Do we have better ones? No, they are all positioned in a stupid way. Freaking hell. Come on. Yeah, they're all the same. Yeah, the problem is that the pivot of these guys is not correct. We have this one. The problem is that I mean, if I put something like this, right, it's making the thing look more alive than what I want it to look. That's my main issue. It looks more alive than I want it to look. Because in theory, this is a place that does not exist, right? It's a shard of another reality. It's a nothingness in the multiverse. Is something that does not exist in theory. Do we want to put something inside his house or not? Probably not. Okay, now I have a problem. With all these mushrooms, I need to move to my island 2. And also these rocks. One thing that we didn't test is the distance at which... I like that. I like those things that are appearing above. Okay. No, one thing is that I wanted this island to not be visible unless you are far away, right? So I set the maximum draw distance. Is there a way to have this not block the camera, because it's super annoying? I think there is a way. If I take, let me see if we can do it. If I take the boundaries, boundaries 1, boundaries remake. Yeah, so if I want this to not block the camera, collision, default is not very nice. Is the collision set on the mesh or on the actor? I think on the actor. No, it's set on the mesh. Collision, block all. We don't want block all. We want to block, but we don't want to block the camera, right? The camera should not be blocked by this. So it should be kind of custom, I guess. And the camera should be ignored. So hopefully the camera can go through that. Let's try. I need it for that. I need it for this. I need it for all the boundaries, actually. Collision. Custom. No camera. And I need it for that for sure as well. Assuming that it works, but I'm positive. I think it will work. So the camera will go through it, but you will not be able to go through it. That is not a problem. Okay. Okay, so this we fixed. Now, yes, I wanted to see the distance. So the idea is that as you go away from this island, right, the island disappears. I set 200 meters. We should be pretty much here. Yeah, you see that the island disappeared already? Because I didn't move the guy. Yeah, I have to move the guy, and also I have to figure out why the messages are sent twice. That I don't understand. I need to move this guy at the back, and I need to move this trigger at the back. So only if you go close to him, right, it will trigger. Otherwise, it will not. I have to understand why the trigger entity. I have to understand two things. Why is considering on overlap, right? Dryken talk is valid, Dryken talk is not valid. Okay, that's fine. Then we have the set stage and we have the load questions. But the important point is that the load questions are clearing the previous questions, no? That is what we said, that it was fucked up. Because... yeah. So basically if you go twice in the same place, if you trigger the same trigger twice, we are adding... no, actually not, because we do this, we clear the children here, right? We clear the children. So why those questions are appearing twice? That is strange. Load questions. It's like if load questions is called twice. It's like if load questions is called twice. But it's not. And also it's very strange that the stage I have to go step by step because this thing is fairly complex at this point after all the changes, you know. So as soon as you wake up, right? As soon as you wake up, there is a text here in the middle that is hidden by default. And there is an animation that actually plays that is showing the text, and then you click on it, and after you click on it, it disappears and you see the normal screen, right? But exactly, which is this fade out thing. And this is collapsing the first phrase and showing the rest, right? And showing the rest. So, and this one I think is fine because this is the first set of questions that you get, and I just don't understand. Yeah, because I had these two initialized, right? Initialized from character creation. Initialized from character creation is doing the voiceover, is doing the fade in. I think basically here I have to do exactly the opposite of what I need, or what I do here, right? So I need to do the fade in, but before doing the fade in, actually I think I need to do the opposite of this, right? Can put it in a function, maybe. Can put it in a function. Let's collapse this to a function, and we call it switch. No, switch to answers or something like that. Switch to answers, right? And switch to answers needs to have one parameter that is if you are in the initial or not, right? So it needs to be initial. No, should be from character creation, right? So is if this is true, no, let me rename it because it's confusing. Let me rename it show intro. Okay, show intro. Yeah. So if I have to show the intro, then it's the opposite of that. So the first phrase is visible. The first phrase is visible. The Dryken plane scene is collapsed, right? While if it's false, then we do this. So now that we have this function, which is very nice, we can, yeah, I cannot save, but you see that we have double here. I don't understand why we have double. That is strange. So now that we have this nice function, when we are in the first awakening sound, we have to do show intro false, right? But when we are in the initialization from character creation, which is here, we need to do show intro true. Okay, so I think this will fix it. This will fix it, but it will still not fix the double though. I don't understand why we have the double phrases. That is kind of a mystery, because in theory the phrases are added to the screen only when I do this loop, right? Only when I do this loop. So well, not even because I'm not cleaning this. No. Stage level question 1, stage level question 2. Now this part is only counting how many we have. That is what this is doing. Yeah, this is just counting. This is just counting how many we have, but it's not adding anything to this array. This array is loaded. Where is this array loaded? I don't remember. Add clear on initialized. Yeah, you see that it's cleared at the beginning. Then we are getting from the table, and we are adding a question to the table, right? So I don't think that this is duplicate. You can check, but no, it is not. It's definitely not duplicate, right? So I assume that this works, and this is getting added only one time, right? It is getting added only one time. So it means that it's the loading then. So when I go through load questions, and I am loading a specific level, it looks like we are going through this twice. I think so. We can print it, but I think we are going to through this twice. So this will be load questions level this, right? We can see, but I'm pretty sure that it's getting called twice, because and who is calling this? Yeah, it's called in 3 places. Well, in 2 places actually. One is here when you answer. No, when you click on the darkness. That's probably why then, because we were adding again. So probably now it will not happen again. No, it will happen the same. I don't know. We can test it and see. But this should be better. Okay, let's try like this and see what we got. We did a lot of changes. Let's see what we got, my boy. So, do you think we should do 5 islands or not? We are at the second island. Now, we are refining the system, so every island is a bit easier because we have more pieces. Like now we spend some time to add the 2 characters. But the idea is to do 5 islands, but maybe it's too long also to play. So the 5 islands are... why don't I have here... So the idea is to have is to have this five choices. Island 1, Island 2, Island 3, Island 4, Island 5. It's too much. I mean, we can start with 3 maybe and then add the others in the future, depending on how people feel about it. What do you want? Just with the hope that the end people still want to enter the game. Bro, this is the game. It's so... Ah, the camera works actually. You see that the camera can go through that, but I cannot. That is fantastic. I mean, this is the game. This is the game. Why people think that this is not the game? Why? That thing should disappear. Disappears now. It is a bit too far though. I think we should do 150 then. 150. I want all of that to appear only when you are at a certain distance. The problem is that I would like that to appear all at the same time. But that is not very simple because... Can I have a max distance by group? If I can have a max distance by group, that would be fantastic. This is the game. This is the game. It's not that you are entering the game later. This is the game. I understand it's an intro. It's an introduction. I understand that, but it's still the game. Still the game. You're playing the game. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Let me ask the AI about this. In a real engine, there is a field called max rendering distance. What is the name? Max render distance. Max desired max draw distance. Wow, what a name. Desired max draw distance. I need a group of objects to appear at the same distance. Can I do it? You can make a group of objects share the same max desired draw distance in a real engine. Yeah, but the problem is that the objects are in different positions. Understand? If the objects are individual actors, you manually set the desired max draw distance. Using a shared blueprint or parented actor, if you want them to inherit the same draw distance automatically, you can create a blueprint. No, no, I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Shit. You can write a short editor utility widget to iterate through the selected action and apply the same draw distance. Can I change the draw distance at runtime? Yes, you can change the draw distance at runtime. Because one idea could be that we do it. Draw distance is changed, is applied immediately. Because maybe we can do that. Maybe I can take everything that is inside island number 2, right? And change the draw distance when I reach a certain point, right? For example here, right? I can have a trigger here, and boom, the whole island will appear, which will be a bit rough, but I think it's good, actually. I think it's better than having the pieces appear randomly one after another, right? The problem is, how do I identify all the items that are part of the island, right? Because they are not a level. You may say, oh, make it into a level. I mean, I could. I mean, because in theory what I'm doing is exactly a streaming level, right? So that I'm loading a level when we reach that particular distance, right? Because, for example, right, at the moment the walls are disappearing before the house, right? You see, now the walls went away and the house is still here, right? And everything else is still there. And then when I go like here, also because I'm walking,
Awaken.
bro, I changed.
You've just crossed nothing good. To put it simply, you will cease to exist. Go. You've just crossed the portal to reach your destination, but an ancient enemy has intervened, disrupting your travel. You are now stuck here, but if you stay focused, you can survive and find the exit.
Yeah, because the problem is that when I'm running, I reach a point where that is now, right? Which is pretty bad though. They should appear together with everything else. I mean, I can do some tests and see if I can manage to do that, but it's definitely annoying, right, to do that, because then when you are on the other side, right, maybe this will become invisible, and that's pretty bad, right? That's pretty bad. Should I trigger it? Well, we can do a mixed approach, right? Maybe we can have the island and the houses appearing together, which is the biggest, the biggest thing. And so we can have a trigger actor for that. Okay. Why this thing is not in subversion? That is very strange. We can have a trigger draw distance. Yeah, but the question is the same. How do I know which object? So I have to do a trigger draw distance for each island. Oh my god. Trigger for each island. Annoying. Yeah, unfortunately, yes. I think I have to do this. So I will basically get the island number, and then based on the island number I will that's kind of annoying, man. So I can say if this is the island number 2, yeah, but still it doesn't work because I don't have a reference to these objects unless I tag them and search them. But I have to tag them and search them across all the actors of the game, which is kind of annoying. If I could create a group, but creating a group, I don't know exactly how it works actually. So if I take like these 3 buildings plus this, if I take the 3 buildings and the Dryken Island, oh Jesus, the 3 building and the Dryken Island, and I say group, what happens? Group actor 0. Does group actor 0 have a max rendering distance? Obviously not. But I could tag this group actor and search all the children, right? I don't know exactly if this is this group actor is gonna change the. What is it actually changing? I can tag it, but can I search by? Get all actors of class. But can the class be a group actor? No. Cannot be a group actor. So how do I get a group? I'm thinking to group all the items I need and then set the max distance for all objects contained in the group. But how do I find the group at runtime? How do I find a group runtime? In Unreal Engine, groups are purely editor side. No! Okay, so it's not possible. Yeah, I can tag everything, but tagging everything is fucking insane. No, a parent blueprint is a mess. No. Make a visibility group component. Fuck it, it's too complex. I will not do it. I will not do it. You will see this thing appearing and the others not, and that's it. You will see this appearing and the other appearing next, and that's it. I don't have a simpler solution. So for now it will be like that. Fuck it. Just fuck it. So I need to take basically all the doors, all the houses, the bridge, the rocks, Well, the mushrooms, I don't really care actually, but the mushrooms, right? And for all of them, I need to set the max distance to 200, so 200 meters, right? And this group we just deleted. This group, no. So, okay, so everything is now set to 200, right? So they will appear unfortunately at different distances, but pretty much when you are when you are here, you will see nothing, hopefully, right? And only when you walk up, you will start to see stuff appearing, which is okay anyway. We are in a crazy world, right? We are in a crazy world, right? Now, if only I could fix the freaking double. If only I could fix the freaking double thing. Okay, let me try again, 1 second. We added the debug, right? We added the debug. Do we want the island number 1 to disappear? I think that's less disruptive, but potentially yes. I think when you pass through the door, all the extra objects may disappear, but all the objects that you created, right? Maybe. Okay, so if I go far away, yeah, you see that yeah, exactly everything is empty. Like this is very good. So when you are on this island, you don't see anything of the other island. This I really like. Right? Now, when you start to come closer, a few pieces are appearing. Like this one is appearing, right? But and then at a certain point, the big thing. Boom, like that is appearing. Now it is annoying, yeah, a bit, but can I do much better in a reasonable time? No. So I think we just leave with that. I like the mushrooms though. Mushrooms are pretty cool, apart from this one that is flying. This one is flying. Yep. It is. Is this one flying as well? A bit, yes. Well, more than a bit. It's really flying. Okay. So now we go here, we activate this guy. And he will say something, right? He will say something. Now the voiceover we have to do, but we will do it in a second. And then you go here and find nothing. But then you go here and you find the 2 beds. Which, by the way, you can go through because otherwise, if you have collision, they may crash you. And then here there is a guy. I like how he appears from the bottom. I don't know. But anyway, this guy will say something, and now these 2 things appear, right? Island discovered 0 out of 3. Why are you saying 0 out of 3? You stupid monster. 0 out of 3? Because this is not being flagged as island number 2? Maybe. Maybe it is not being flagged as island number 1. There is number 2, obviously. Okay, fine. So we fix that. Now you can go the other side, come back, and then you will have the question. Now the question is given by the data table, right? So we have a data table for the Dryken thingies. Which is this, and at the moment we have it only for island number 1. And we have to add a new line for island number 2. So here the problem will be, I have to think how to spell it out, but basically what we have to say is that what we have to say is that let me type it somewhere else because so the text can say the dwarves, do we want to call them dwarves? I think we can call them dwarves. The dwarves spotted another race on the other side of the gorge. They are scouts, and they may bring trouble. They are scouts, but there is more people for sure. And they may bring trouble, right? And they may bring trouble. So the choice number 1 will be you can choose to stop the building of the bridge. You can choose to stop building the bridge. What do you say in English? You can choose to stop building the bridge. You can choose to stop building the bridge and investigate with few scouts on your side. This may be seen. Now this is, well, yeah. Or you can choose to build a bridge and show anyone what the dwarves are capable of. That will settle any dispute, right? So it's more of a, because here the choice is bold or cautious, right? Bold or cautious. So it is your psychological trait that we want to define with this thing, right? Okay, so I think it's not bad. So we have choice 1. You can choose to build a bridge and show anyone that is on the other side what the doors are capable of, that will settle any dispute. And so the first choice is bold trait. bold trait, and the second is cautious trait. Okay. Okay, I think this island is nearly done, boys. If this works, then I will have to think what is the next island. Because this island, well, I need to do the voiceover though. I need to do the voiceover for the character, and I need to design all the sounds and oh my god. But it's fine. So we have, how many characters we have? We have 4 characters, right? And we have 6 so I need to find, for example, a sound of people speaking. That would not be very nice. It would not be very easy. Need to find a sound of I think this one I tried already, by the way. I think I tried already. Market sound. Let's try market sound. Maybe we're lucky. Marketing Marrakesh. It is not bad, but unfortunately you can hear the Spanish and you can actually understand what they are saying. It's a restaurant. I can also do it differently instead of having a noise, because we have 6 stations, right? We have 6 stations. So we have 1 station here. So I have to think what they will say, right? But what I want them to say, I want them, 1, to convey what is this place, right? Which is the Redstone Fortress, or anyway, it's very close to it. And there is a bridge that they are building, right? So this guy may speak about, okay, let me put down some ideas, because actually we need some ideas here. So we have the workbench, right? We have the workbench guy. We have the winch here. I mean, I can show them all so that we reason on it, right? But we need to create text for each. On the Internet Archive, some people have made sound of museum all around the world. That could be nice. But I'm thinking that maybe I can just play someone speaking without the background noise, even if the background noise is nice. But which actually, in the first island, I don't remember if I loaded all the noises. Island 1. For example, here I have just a sound of, right, someone working on something. And here I have a guy speaking.
We build halls to inspire. Now we raise walls to endure. The city begins to arm itself.
Right? So all of this, I don't know actually if I have properly set it or not on the different island here. because basically on each of these triggers, I have to set the voiceover cue and the text. Yes, here I did it. Mason 1. For example, here I did not. I did only the first one. Shit. Ah, do I remember now all the pieces? Yeah. Do I remember all the pieces?
We build halls to inspire. Now we raise walls to endure.
There is Mason 2.
This hall will be the greatest.
Yeah, this one is the one associated to this. Then there is a Mason Fire, which is this one.
Help me, I need help! Someone help me, please!
Yeah, that is the guy that is screaming for help. Right, so this one is definitely this. And the text... where do I have the text though? Did I delete it or something? No. No, I must have the text somewhere, right? No. Oh shit. Fuck. Wait. I had the text written down for all of... Ah, yes. I know where it is. It's under voiceover. Wait, there is a voiceover text. Yes, it's here. Is here. Help me, I need help. Someone please help me. Yes, this one, right? Okay, so this is the voiceover text. So you will see the text, but we have to test this because this we didn't test it properly. So there is the fire. Then there is the well.
This well will serve hundreds of people in case of need. This well,
Which is this one. And this text is this. So we did that. We did this. We did the fire. Now we are missing the ladder. The ladder is named ladder, which is nice. The ladder is named ladder, so it's this. Which is the workshop working, right? So basically there is nothing in the voiceover. Maybe we can put in parentheses working man at work sounds, something like that. Man at work sounds, right? So the ladder. So we are left only with these two. And this two is the first one. I think is this one. This all will be the greatest structure in the city.
This hall will be the greatest structure.
Exactly. Because it's not this, right? Or is this? Oh no, this is this. So Mason 2.
We build halls to inspire.
Yeah, so it's this one. It's this one. Mason 2.
We build halls to...
Yeah, this one. This one should be here. And this text is this. Okay. And by the way, this is island 1 text, right? Well, voiceovers. And Okay. And then the last one is this one where there is the woman screaming, right? That she's saying they are attacking. This one I had a bit of trouble to make it because it's very hard to have a screaming voiceover, right? It's very hard unless some of you want to do it for me, but the AI cannot really generate it properly. So
They're attacking. They're inside the city walls. Joe Arms! They're attacking.
It's very nice because as a background you have the sound of horses and kind of chains, swords or whatever, right? So maybe it's too short, but I think it's cool if you listen to it closely.
They're attacking. They're inside the city walls. Joe Arms!
Two arms. Okay, so this is a thing. So I think we can retest the island number 1 and see if it works properly before really moving to island number 2. So island number 1 is actually 6 components. It's actually 6 components. So where the hell is that? It's not in the UI. Two shards. No. Trigger. Wait. I have too many things open actually. Here. Island discovery total. Okay. So island number 1 is 6, and island number 2, I think it's 6 as well. Island number 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 discoveries, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. Yeah, we have 5 discoveries. So we can set this number to be 5. Okay, so now the game knows how many discoveries we need. Let me close some stuff because we really have too much stuff. How many we need for that? There is a bit of testing to do on this, guys. There is a bit of testing to do to ensure. I'm thinking in any way that I will do probably 3 islands for now. I will do 3 islands and then we will do the other 2 in the future. I want to see also how much time it takes for the average player to go through the 3 islands. I feel that it will take him like 20 minutes or so, or 15 minutes. Maybe. Okay, let's try to start from scratch, right? So if we start from the first, let's go at the beginning of this. Let's go at the beginning of this. The beginning of this is Dryken Plain New, right? Is this thing. Okay, well, it's not really this, but it's not really this because in reality it is what the hell is the entrance? Yeah, in reality it is this, right? So you start here, you are born here, and this guy, I don't know why I start empty. I want the voice.
Awaken.
Right, this is correct.
This does not matter now. Let it be known to you, our this is
I
line
have to
between
change
worlds and
slightly
planes.
these things, but
Here,
basically
the space and time that you are
you
used
listen
to
to
act
that,
in a very different way.
and then you
A way
move,
that you
right?
cannot understand right now.
And then you move. You don't see anything of the second island, as you can see. Well, there is only there is the two shards. The two shards is not with max distance. Wait, max distance. Oh, I cannot believe it. An actor cannot have the max distance because I have to select the child. Okay, yeah, I have to select the, okay, it's fine. So this will be also 200 meters, right? 200. So you will not see the brazier, which that now you can see very far away, right? But fine. So you will not have a torch probably. This should make no difference really. So you arrive here, and now you may have the music playing in the background, but the voiceover are overriding the voice.
This hall will be the greatest structure in the new city. A monument to our civilization, our faith, and our strength.
So you will see that, and you will say, "What the fuck? There are things appearing here."
We build halls to inspire. Now we raise walls to endure. The city begins to arm itself.
What is that? Is this a shadow of something? Is a shadow of this? Probably.
They're attacking. They're inside the city walls. Joe Arms!
Okay.
Help me, I need help! Someone help me, please!
Okay. So basically here you are lost, you don't know what to do. Because there is a hidden well at the back.
This well will serve hundreds of people in case of need.
Now, I don't know if I have to play a special sound, but probably I will. So when you discover the island fully, I think you may hear the Dryken creature say something. Otherwise, it will be hard to recognize that now there are two crystals here, right? Or we can play maybe a particle effect, like a fountain of magic or something. But basically now the crystals have appeared, and before they were not there, right? So now if you go here, you get a view, you get a view of the whole scene, and you get the choice. And this we may voice over. Yeah, this I think we will voice over. The worker is in vital danger. The flames will burn him soon. You can choose to ask for help to the mason. Together you can extinguish the fire, and working as a team save the worker. Or you prefer to rely solely on your strength and climb the ladder, then grab the rope, slide as far as you can, and then swing the rope to the end, to the rope end to the worker, and give him an escape path. So you can choose one of these two. And when you choose one of these two, the road to this is open, while before it was closed. I think we need some more additional sounds and indication, otherwise it will be hard to understand, right? That where you have to go. But then you go here, and weird things start to appear in the sky, but it's fine. You speak with this guy, and this guy will tell you a few more things. At the moment, these are wrong.
Just crossed. It is ain't nothing good.
These are kind of wrong.
To put it
but I will
simply, you will
change
cease
them.
to exist. Go.
And then you follow the road, and things on your left start to appear. and you reach the second island. And here you are again, like, what? Right? But the guy will tell you something. And this guy will say something. This will say something. So we are at 2. This guy will say something. And you will be like, what the fuck? You will probably go through. I think there is too much light though. I think there is really too much light. I don't know why there is so much light, but there is a lot of light here. And these guys will also say something, right? They will speak between each other and they will say something. And at this point, there must be a sound or something. There must be a voice saying like the vision is complete, right? The vision is complete. Now you have to choose, something like that, right? The vision is complete. Now you have to choose. And so you go back here, and boom. And here you see this vision, right? With the choice and with the text. For some reason the text at the top is not... The text at the top is not auto-wrapping. Why? Auto-wrap, okay. Now it is. Now it is, with the only problem that this should take the wall thing and be alignment. Where is the alignment? I always forget what is. I don't see it. Alignment. No, not that alignment. The text. Enable visibility, visible, advanced, tooltip, text transform, pivot, clipping, render opacity, flow direction. Flow direction? No. Overflow. Bro, it's the same as this. Why don't find it? Appearance. Appearance. Font. Justification. Yeah, it's under appearance. It's under appearance. Font. Justification. Middle. Okay, now I don't think we should use the wall span though. So maybe let me put a padding off. I think the padding should be the same as this actually. How much padding we have here? We have like 20 per side. Yeah, I think it could be the same, 20 per side. Okay. So at least it's not taking the wall text, right? Okay, but basically this is what it will be, guys, okay? So in here you will have another choice. I think we need to add just the voice, and I think we need to lower the light. The light in this level is insane, but I did it by purpose. So I actually increased the light because I wanted to see, I think this light in particular is super bright and is super large. But I don't know if there is something else though, because it seems that it's touching also the sides, right? It's touching, well, it's mostly this area that is super bright. Here I boosted the light to 36, which is really a lot, right? So we can go down to 15 and see how that looks. And I think we also have another light on this side, but it is pretty small though. I'm a bit surprised that it's that lit. Right? So the moment we have a sky, because we probably are not anymore inside the Dryken plane. Okay, let me see position. No, we are in Dryken plane. We are in Dryken plane. I think it's a bit too lit. Light intensity 1. No, light intensity 1, absolutely not. Yeah, exactly. Should be light intensity 0. Light intensity. Dryken plane. Or there is a problem. I don't know exactly what is the problem. It seems that here is not. It seems that here the sky is not doing its job. Because you see that if I do override off, is not changing, right? The sky is not changing. While in theory it should. It should, because it should automatically adapt. So there is something here that the sky in this area is not, maybe it's not recognizing the location. I have to think about it, but anyway, it's too bright, right? So we want we want a more of a sense of a you know. And you see that it went back to 1. So in reality, it is doing it to a certain extent. I think 0.2 is the minimum. I mean, this I can also do 0, but it's not really changing anything. I think that the sky intent, yeah. So yeah. But anyway, like this, it would already be a bit better, right? So it doesn't really. But now I would like to have at least some more lights, you know, like this, that are brightening up certain, like for example this one could be lit. Maybe here the door could be lit. Maybe the top of this building could be lit. So I think we may add a few more lights just for just to make things nicer, right? Because even the bridge, right? The bridge in theory it is more lit, but if I go here, is it really? It looks very flat. There is a bit of light, yeah. There is, yeah, there is. I mean, not much, but there is. I think the problem is the sky intensity. And here that we have a big surface, you know, is super visible. While in the other island where we don't have that big surface is less visible. The problem is that I cannot really make this darker by itself. Well, I could change the normals in theory. So I can make it absorb the light, but it's a bit of a trick. I don't know, I will think about it. But yeah, I think that's all for today, guys. So I think we made good progress, and I think we're making good progress. The second island is pretty much done, and I think I will do 3. I will not do 5. I think 5 is really too much for now. So we have to think what is the third one, and then we can move to something else. So I will say bye-bye to you, and thank you for watching. If you want to click follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, that would be very nice. And also, if you want to play our game is released. You go to our website, you click on download now, and you can play it for Windows, for Linux, and for Mac. Also remember that we have a number of social channels, pretty much everything. So you can reach us on Discord and in other places. Bye!